25 years of Vodafone Group Foundation, 25-year anniversary of Vodafone Group Foundation. And during this time, multi-millions of pounds, of hundreds of pounds of project spent across the globe in many, many countries, 27 countries that Vodafone Group Foundation operates in through its local businesses. And I have to say, it's been an incredible journey during this period of time. Now, of course, in Romania, we also operate for a very long period of time through the Vodafone Romania Foundation. And that's what I want to talk particularly about today. So if we look at Vodafone Romania Foundation, the foundation has been present in Vodafone Romania, in Romania for the last now 18 years. We've had the opportunity to work on hundreds of projects during this period of time, and these projects have led to beneficiaries, people who have been impacted by these projects, of almost 1.4 million beneficiaries that have been impacted by it. It's an incredible amount number. I always sort of seem to think that it's a smaller number, but every time I look at it, it's an incredible amount of people who've been impacted through all these hundreds of projects that we have done. And of course, all of this happens because of contributions that take place from Vodafone into these things, also from contributions that come from our employees. And up to date now, in the last 18 years of our operations, we have spent 22 million euros into this foundation working on different projects. Now, one of the big things that we always think about is, well, where do we want to put our money? And what kind of projects do we want to do? And I think for general, there are, let's say, two criteria. Now, the first thing is, of course, what is the need that a country has? So if whatever country you're in, what is the need that country has? What are the areas that we can focus on? That's the first thing that we always look at. And then the second thing that is always important is for us to say, well, where in those areas can our company and technology that we work on, the core technology that we have, where can it provide the support for those type of projects? And basically, those are the two big criteria that we focus on, and this allows for each local foundation, and Vodafone Romania is no different, to make a decision on which type of projects we work on. Now, over the last 18 years here in Vodafone Romania Foundation, there are 4 areas that we have focused on, and we have done projects during this period of time. Now, of course, the first one, which is actually in a way linked a little bit to the reason why we're here today, is in the health side. Now, as you know, a healthy society is a productive society. You have healthy people, you are able to do many more things, and you live a happier life. And I think for that reason, our projects specifically on health have been very, very important. As of now, we spend almost 50% of our foundation spending goes towards health type of projects, and that is, of course, very, very important. We'll talk a bit about SMURD and our relationship with SMURD, and of course many projects done with them, but also in many other areas which are prevalent across the country and can be seen with many beneficiaries. The second part is around education, and of course health is important. Education is the future of the country. Again, children who are getting educated in advanced education obviously are more productive citizens in the future and actually lead to the growth of the country. Now, the areas that we have been able to specifically work on as far as education is concerned is obviously, first of all, access to education through, most of the time, through digital initiatives. So again, our technology allows us to use and our core capabilities and effectively create a digital foundation which can then allow access, because digital information is much more easily accessible than the old school type of information. So digital information and access to that is very important. And we've been working on many projects in that area. And then of course the other part that is important is communication between not only students, teachers, as well as parents, which we can do as part of our technology, which again allows for a lot of different initiatives and interesting things that can be done in the education area. So education and healthcare are two kind of fundamental core areas that we've been working on. Now, of course, it would be a shame not to run a foundation and not to address or actually focus also on the most vulnerable people in society, which of course are the elderly and the children. And that's why the social service element of our foundation is also very important. In many ways, it is important because These are people who need the most help, and actually they're very, very important to society. And again, our technology and the work that we do can directly contribute to to supporting them in many ways. And the last area, which I think actually at the end of the day is fundamental to any foundation, to any country, and any success of any country, is around voluntary work. Now, I have again had the pleasure of working in places where I've seen this thing live. We can put a lot of money into projects, we can spend a lot of money, but unless you have volunteers, without volunteers, all of this is completely not possible. And in many ways, this is the foundation of the success of any type of an NGO or a support organization that you're trying to build. And I'm here actually very, very proud of the fact that we've been able to build a foundation for volunteering within Romania. We have a platform that we run. Anybody who wants to volunteer can get on this platform, look at the opportunities that are available, and actually sign up and volunteer. It's as simple as that. Now, the whole idea is that if you are a volunteer, if you want to volunteer for a good cause, it should not be difficult to find opportunities, and that's what this idea is. And I think in Romania we find so many people who want to help, who want to contribute, who want to volunteer, but they run into challenges because they don't know where to go. Things are not organized properly. Which areas do I want to support on? You get to places and they have to wait for hours. Nobody's expecting them. And I think this is the platform that actually solves that problem by which we can do that. And not only do we enable it for all Romanians, in a way it's our own employees use it ourselves. Almost 1,500 of our employees in the last year actually supported and joined and became volunteers of the foundation through this platform. So it's there, it's available, and something that we can all use, and it's the foundation. Now, of course, the project that we're going to be showing you later today, in some ways, touches every element of these four areas. Of course, it's associated with education because we are training people. It's of course with health because we are trying to do that. It is supposed to help people who might be vulnerable in society. And then, of course, it is done also through volunteers, people who are going to be trained so they can volunteer and help. So in a way, it's a very good cause, and we're very proud to be here talking a little bit more about that. Today, we have projects from Vodafone Romania Foundation that are in every county. In every county of the country, all 42, there are projects that are taking place, whether they are with school or with other NGOs, and that's actually quite exciting. So maybe I can talk a bit about actually when the partnership started. Actually, we started in 2004. But the first project came to life in 2005, and that was actually a very first one for Romania, which was around telemedicine and bringing telemedicine to Romania. We were able to put this technology into some of the SMURD ambulances, and actually as the first respondent got to the location that they were going to, they could use live, real medical information from the incident, from where they were, and that could be transmitted back to the 112 emergency operators, and then they could take effective actions on the basis of that. So it was the first time this happened in the country. It was one of the most advanced solutions that we've done, and actually it has been very, very successful. And as you will see in the later years, we further added on to it as we went along. In 2016 here, we're here to talk about the training center that we will all get a chance to showcase in a minute. Maybe you can talk a little bit about the training center.